something that
Good. I'm just waiting for the thing to switch on stream before I go.
Oh, there we go.
Hello, everyone, and welcome. My name is Venxm, and I am running Tale Story for Sonic Adventure DX, my main category. Alongside me, I got my two base commentators here. If you want to introduce yourselves.
Yeah, hello everybody, how are we doing? Loving to see Venom up here, running Tale Story here today, looking forward to this for sure. My name's Tefis, and I'm with Alpha. How are you doing?
Hello, I'm doing pretty good at this. This seems like a pretty good day for the SAEM22 fan base right here. We have a wonderful runner going against the big category that is, with the two-tailed fox going very, very fast. Hopefully this run doesn't give you too much of a mess, Venom, but I'm pretty sure everyone here will enjoy this gameplay because it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, 100%, no doubt about that. Tale Story got a little bit of like a, what would you call it? Maybe like a little bit of a cult following, I guess you could say, within the SAEM22 community. We got our own little sort of batch of runners who do love this this category and have really optimized it. World record holder Alpha, of course, and Venom no slack himself, I believe, third place on the boards, is that right?
Nope, top 5. Get in
Top
there.
5. Let's go. And yeah, of course, this is coming fresh off the Tails tournament that we had not too long ago, where I think that was what I'm thinking of, right? Third place Venom in Tails Story?
Yes.
Yes,
That was
there
a
we go.
very good showing.
So yeah, I guess we're getting underway any minute now, whenever you're ready to do so.
Yeah, do you want me to do a countdown or should someone else?
Alpha, would you like to do the honors of counting down?
Yes, for sure, I'll do it. Alright, prepare yourself. On 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Here we go, gamers. So, Tale Story, particularly the early game of this category can be a little bit volatile, as we have seen many times before. The main difference, I guess, early on, between this and Sonic Story, of course, is Egg Hornet. It's you'll see a lot more runs die to this boss in Tale Story than you will in Sonic Story, due to the method. But first things first, we're seeing here is going to get the jet anklets. The reason runners will do this is because basically this is crucial to the Tails speedrun. It'll increase your flight speed by, is it 200% or something like that? I actually can't recall the exact figure.
I think it's a pretty big factor. It allows you to like do a lot of stuff that normally without the jet anklets you couldn't do. Especially on like very long ranges of movement. There's gonna be like a few clips, a few big skips that will save a massive amount of time everywhere. And jet anklets is just the most broken upgrade in the game, in my opinion, if you ask me.
Yeah. Makes a huge difference. We're seeing now Venom coming up against the Egg Hornet boss. We'll see now he's going to go behind Egg Hornet, try and get out. One cycle, unfortunately doesn't get it. Does get those 2 hits on, so it will be a 2-cycle Hornet boss fight. That is kind of the main difference. Obviously you see in the Sonic Story so often, players will just homing attack this boss fight. With Tails, effectively you're just jump cancelling right behind him over and over again, very, very quick succession. You've got to be very precise on the rhythm to get that 1-cycle fight, which is why you see a lot of boss fights, a lot of runs rather die in this boss fight.
The tempo is really like the key to success on this boss, because if you do it too fast, you can self-select the boss. If you do it too slow, the boss will get up. But you can also like have a tempo that's like not entirely like the same way, but your positioning is the key to make sure that your tempo allows you to succeed the boss correctly.
Yeah, incredibly precise trick. No shame in a 2-cycle Egg Hornet whatsoever. And here we go, another trick, seeing basically Windy Valley completely decimated, because little to no stage scene in this segment of the run. You effectively turn around right from the start, go past an invisible wall, and then just fall through some kill planes straight to the goal there. Really nice.
Very nice.
From Venom.
Very, very nice.
Too bad, not too bad.
Coming up now. This is the thing with the Tails, particularly this Tails missions, that you tend to see them not take too much time, really. You will see a lot of flip-outs and skips that effectively make light work of the stage. We're seeing that we will be seeing that again here in Casinopolis. We'll see if Venom is going for the fan room clip, actually. There is a clip you can do earlier in this stage, which involves landing on one of the vents up at the top. But a nicely executed there. That's an 11-second time the fan clip out, so that's not too bad at all from Venom. Looking like a decent
clip
start
is very, very good. Essentially, the time differences in the clips. So if you do the bar clip, as we call it, like a space bar, founded that clip a little while ago. You get from times around like 7 to 9 seconds, and there's also an alternative setup to pretty much the same clip, I'd say, but it's a way different way of clipping out. And it loses a second, and then the fan clip is pretty much 2 seconds lower. But if you do it properly or very fast, like Venom did, you almost lose no time to a good setup. So it's still very, very good. It seems that right now he's kind of trying to clip, yeah.
So this clip, of course, a lot harder to do. I haven't seen it myself with the Sonic story. I'm pretty new to that category, but I know basically much harder to do in Sonic story than it is in Tails due to the flight. But effectively what you're seeing there is holding the angle to run up the side of the wall and then clip out of bounds into the ice cap tunnel, getting yourself in. And speaking of ice cap, this is a very, very crucial stage for a lot of high-end Tails runs due to the two clips within the stage, which we're seeing Venom come up on now. Gonna see how he sets himself up for this, jumping to give himself a nice bit of positioning. Doesn't get it the first time. It is a very precise trick to get.
Yeah,
looking like he's gonna go for a second attempt.
It's not entirely frame per. Oh, very nice. Good second try. That's still very good.
That's
this
still
trick,
gonna save time.
Yeah, no, it saves around 2 seconds still, even if you did get a second try. The clip, if you get a first try, saves around 7 seconds. The wall seems like a 2-frame trick. It's not entirely that way because your angle that you're holding and also your positioning can definitely change how many frames you have for the window to clip. Here it is for the second one. Yeah, this one is a bit harder, especially when you have speed. Venom had a pretty good speed factor there, so it was a little bit harder to clip. But this clip is harder than the first one, and it was stashed for a very, very long time. Most people use the first clip because it's very hard, but still, it was pretty good for runs because it was easy to set up pretty much if you practice it a long time. But getting double clip is ridiculously hard. Venom is very good at that, but it's totally normal to just have like a weird little angle out and then you're out. You need to be insanely precise to get it, but still a very good time from Venom here.
Yeah, exactly. We're seeing those super jumps off of the ramps as well to carry him all the way to that Chaos Emerald at the end there. Clipping back out of the ice cap tunnel now, getting himself just out of bounds there. It really is amazing just how many avenues Tails' flight will open up for just tricks and clips across the entirety of the hub world and stages.
Oh, yeah.
And here we go, the Knuckles fight now. Coming into the section of the run where we start to sort of see, I guess you could sort of say, once you're past Ice Cap, you get a little bit of a breather in terms of the frantic pace of this category.
Yeah.
PS4, much more lenient in terms of how much you've got to execute and be precise than in the Sonic section. It's very hard. It's not impossible to get the blue balls here, but it's never going to happen as long as you know what you're doing in the Tails section, basically.
Yeah, as long as you're in the air and you land on the leaves at the correct time, you can do manipulation, which is a little bit harder of a setup, and then you can go for like fast hits, but in general, if we compare the fight with Sonic and Tails, it's completely different in terms of how difficult it is. Because on Sonic you really have to manipulate the 3 first phases. Well, you do your best to do it. There's theories around it that it's possible, but you can manipulate all of the other phases that Sonic has. Sonic has 1 more phase than Tails on Chaos 4, and here it's a pretty safe setup. Venom is manipulating Chaos 4, he's doing a very good manip, and it seems to be paying off for sure. Tails only has 4 phases, so Chaos goes for an animation for 3 cycles, and then after that he will do an attack, and then after that he goes for 3 cycles again, and then you can land a hit on the 3 first phases. On the last phase, he will do that 3 times. He will consecutively go for 3 animations and then attack 3 times, and then afterwards you can go for the final hit. So right here, very good time for Venom. So now we're going into Sky Chase. This is a very relaxing stage, but it can also be a pretty stressful moment because when you're here, usually you're kind of like setting up your mental to go do Sandhill and to make sure you don't catch a slack, kind of. Because it's very easy to stay in that relax mode and after that go into Sandhill and then have like, you know, a little bit of speed loss or anything like that goes through your brain and then you just lose completely your run. It's super, super easy to fail.
Yeah, I've actually personally gone to do something else, forgotten that I'm in a Tails run, and lost runs in this stage. So that's the biggest danger that you're going to face in Sky Chase. But, you know,
go to the
chance now
bathroom.
to catch your breath. How are you feeling with the run so far?
What was that? Oh, how
are you feeling with the run so far?
Kind of a bad start, to be honest. I haven't had mess up on Egg Hornet in a marathon yet until now. So, yeah. Actually, the Wagers race, both Wagers races, I actually had really good runs, but unfortunately it was a bit choppy on that end. But now that I finally get good quality, obviously I have to miss everything. But we'll see how the end game goes, though.
And
of course.
you said that Tails was your main category, but what are your goals in the future around Tails and also other categories? Like, what are you really aiming for towards like this year and like the new year's coming soon?
So for this year, I got a mixed bag of things, really. I'm working with an editor right now to get a Tails tutorial out, just to give this category way more runners in it, because I think it really deserves more runners. Other than that, I want to get top 5 in all stories, and eventually also get top 5 in Sonic Heroes with Team Rose. So yeah, kind of a mixed bag of things this year. Hopefully I can get one, at least one.
I mean, no doubt that can happen, for sure.
Yeah, 100%, absolutely. We're coming up towards sort of near enough the end of Sky Chase now. No damage done here. Venxm has managed to remember that he's in a marathon run, fortunately. No slips of the mind there. And hands are back on the controller, fully focused, ready to get going into Sand Hill now. Which is another one of those stages where there's a lot more going into it than it may seem, you know, particularly when we get there we'll see it. But it can be tricky and precise. There can be a lot of little things that can add up in Sand Hill. So once we get there, we will see just how that goes. But Sky Chase is done and dusted, at least for now. We'll be back there soon, don't you worry. But here we go. So now we'll see Venxm come towards this minecart here nicely, just eases himself in. Gonna come on down to collect this Chaos Emerald now, and we'll see whether or not this Sand Hill clip to get in nice and early is going to be feeling pretty kind, because sometimes this one can be a little bit tricky to nail. Gets on top, jumping up.
Oh, a little bit too much in the middle, but I think if he re-angles himself, he'll be fine. It seems good on this one. Let's go.
There we go. Yeah, it's mentioned.
A little bit
basically
of
you're gonna get yourself in a particular position and just hold slightly upwards, just the tiniest little bit, I think, on the control stick. Am I right?
Yep, exactly. You don't want to hold completely up. You want to just like nudge it slightly.
Yeah, because if you hold too much, you'll basically just go around the roof and like glide on the roof or the ceiling, pretty much. And you won't be able to clip out because the spot of the clip out is pretty huge, but it requires like a very upward speed scenario to make you clip through. So that's the main reason why sometimes it can be annoying to get to use.
Nice navigation through that tight section there at the end of Sand Hill there by Venxm.
Good time.
Love to see it. Yeah,
Very,
solid
very good
enough
Sand
time.
Hill.
Clean stuff. It effectively is just a race down that hill as quickly as possible, but knowing where the speed pads is, knowing how to control yourself, and particularly staying on the ground as much as possible is key to getting good times in Sand Hill. Collecting the ribbon badge, getting ourselves back into the future, out of the past. Quick little section there from in Tails' story. Don't see as much of it as you may in others, but here we go. Time for more Sky Chase.
Back to everyone's favorite part.
Oh yeah, we love this. Tails gamers, go take their dogs on a walk, or go take a walk outside. Maybe a little car ride, you know, go get some munchies, Slurpees, anything that you want. You have plenty time to return to your apartment, house, anything. You can just chill a little bit, and then after that, get ready for the next part of the run.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of fun times in Sky Chase over the course of particularly the Tails tournament. We had Yoshi Puff, of course, who showed off his Tetris and Minesweeper skills. Who else did we have? I believe we had Tori 2 every now and then, which you love to see. I believe that was Spacebar, wasn't it, who was doing that one. And you had some guy who drank milk. That was kind of weird. Not sure what that was all about.
Yeah, no idea who that was. Couldn't remember.
The Sky Chase is definitely where all the action happens. We're seeing Venxm here actually not simply just waiting on the corner of the screen. He's keeping himself entertained. He's going for some high points totals here. Just moving.
Gotta give
Taking
some
these
entertainment.
planes out of the
Motion
sky.
sickness at the same time.
You love a bit of motion sickness. Here we go. Coming up and around the egg carrier.
How hard would you say the difficulty is for Tails for beginners to learn? Like anyone interested in here that would like maybe to pick up this category, how hard would you say it is to get into it?
Honestly, I'd say it's pretty tied with Knuckles kind of being the easier category to start off with, but I'd say like if you're going for top times, it could definitely be one of the hardest because the Tails tricks at first aren't really that hard until you get to like the higher level optimizations, which could easily just kill your run if you mess up a little bit of an input. So easy to get into, hard to master.
Yeah, without a doubt, that basically summed up Tails' story in a nutshell. And it's funny because, you know, Tails as a character in a lot of the earlier Sonic games and this one is kind of seen as the more beginner-friendly sort of choice. But pretty much summed it up just exactly right there. It is one of those ones where you really start to grind it, put the time in, and optimize those little tricks and micro-optimizations all around the category. It really does start to add up.
Speaking of micro optimizations, there's actually one right at the end of the Sky Chase here that I'd
Oh.
like to give Alpha a heart attack for.
You're gonna do it?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh my god!
I can't
I
not
hate
do
this. I absolutely despise this strat because every time that I'm on Venom stream, I'm losing my brain every time. I'm just
the Sky
scared.
Chase, the Sky Chase gold split attempt. It's on.
Yeah, it is
This
on.
was
it is on.
originally found by Gerp, right? Gerp was talking about this, how it saves like a second or something like that, compared to just doing it normally.
Let's have a look.
Yeah, that is
Taking out
it.
later.
So what Venom did there is instead of directly shooting into the carrier, which kills the boss instantly, and then after that he's kind of like stalled in a weird momentum where the doors are not shutting off until you're completely done with it. So the carrier takes some time, you know, to closes up the door, and then the animation of the Sky Chase ending will show up, and then you'll be on the egg carrier. But since he hit the egg carrier very, very late, the doors had time to close very, very fast while he was still hitting the egg carrier. So the times that it takes for the doors to close up is definitely faster.
Yoshi Puff rejoices. We're loading into Sky Chase to Skydeck Tails, and here we go. We're on our way. One of the cleanest little ILs in the game, to be honest, in my opinion, when it comes to just how much you can optimize the movement here. It's really nice to see. Just landing on these specific little parts. Venom's cruising right now, got the roll and everything. Just
Little
coming
bit
on
of
a little
reversal
bit
speed.
to this section.
He seems fine, and there you
It's
go.
a 20. I can't see on my screen, but I think that's near 23.
2301. Almost
That's
at
still very
25.
decent. Very, very decent.
And here we go. So coming up into the tail end now. Go ahead, Alpha.
On Skydeck,
Nice.
basically, I just forgot to mention it. The reversal speed that you can see there in the middle of Skydeck, some things happen like that if you have too much speed and you don't get all your speed away from you. The game will basically see that you have a lot of speed, and since you're normally supposed to take the path with a lot of speed to get through the spring and get the rings, the game
There we go.
basically pushes you the other way, and then you get a lot of reversal speed, which means that you lose a lot of time by having to re-angle yourself and then take off your speed again.
There we go. Second time of asking. Oh no!
Unfortunate.
Unfortunate to see there. So this
It's always
is
in a
Speed
marathon,
Highway, the last stage of the Tail story playthrough, and a lot of runners will not go for this, particularly early on in terms of learning the story. It is a little bit of a tricky trick to get to grips with, but basically what you're seeing here is skewing the gravity of Tails and then sort of locking that in place, and then basically, as you're seeing Venxm here, just cruising your way towards the end of the stage, really. There are a few kill planes dotted about here and there that you need to be careful to avoid. But if you can land this, it saves, I want to say, 3 to 4 seconds over doing the stage without the skip. Something in that sort of ballpark.
Around there, yeah.
At perfect momentum all the way through in the comparison, it saves around 2.5 seconds to 3 seconds, but it can be 4 seconds depending on the route that you take, which is a massive time save for an ending game. And coming up is the hardest boss in the entire game, I would like to say. SAEM22 has some pretty cool bosses, and this is one of them. The developers of SAEM22 left a debug option called the flute in the possibilities of your inputs. So it doesn't work with any other bosses in the game, but in Egg Walker, which is really, really weird, if you hit a leg while you're in the air and you press the flute button, Egg Walker will try to put his leg down, and as he puts his leg down, if you hit it and then go to the capsule directly to get the hit, he will do a weird animation which will fall almost instantly, and then the get up will also be instant. And Venxm did a wonderful time here with Egg Walker. 37 seconds is very solid.
Yeah, absolutely superb. And there you go. That's time 19:08 on the clock there from Venxm, showing off Tails story. Sub 20 minutes. Really, really respectful time. Really good time, to be perfectly honest. How are you feeling with that?
I was hoping for a sub 19, since most of my other marathons, if not all of them, actually had a sub 19, but, you know, can't really help it. Happens.
Yeah, for sure. But, I mean, important to remember, you know, second try ice cap clip, second 2-cycle egg coordinates, so, you know, take those out of the equation, and you've basically got your sub 19, so...
Yeah, and way more than sub 19. With the 1-cycle egg Hornet and first try, like, I think Gravity Glitch, and with the ice cap first try clip, that would have been like a low 18, so that's very, very good still.
Yeah.
Yeah, really respectful. So yeah, there you go. That was Tails' story, shown off here on the SA2 event. Yeah, hopefully, I'll let you say a few words, I suppose, Venxm. Yeah, basically just hopefully showing that off and inspiring a few people to take up the category.
Yeah, I mean, I really hope it did inspire people, because I still think Tails is a really underrated category, minus what you think about the Sky Chases. But other than that, yeah, thank you all for watching. It means a lot.
Yeah, absolute pleasure to be here too.
Yeah, same here. Thank you for commentating with me, Tethys, for sure.
Yeah, 100%.
If you are going to stream or you have like anywhere to post things, where can people join you?
Yeah, so I stream on Twitch, mainly speedrunning on Monday and Wednesdays, over at twitch.tv/VenxmHG. I know it says Venxm on my screen, but just add HG at the end. But yeah, that's where you'll find me for the most part.
Alright, absolutely love to see it. GG's to you, Venxm. GG to you, Alpha, for being such a great co-commentator. Love to do it with you all the time. And yeah, I think that's all just about BSL signed off. Yeah, good luck to Refrag, who's up next. Everybody's favorite supersonic story runner. Can't wait to see that. I've heard that we've got a fair few people on commentary for that one. Is that right?
No, totally not. I don't know what you mean by that. We'll definitely see very soon.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see very soon. So see you guys very, very soon. Once again, stay here because more good things to come, and Refrag will definitely impress you guys. So stay tuned.
Yeah, 100%.